न जयते मृत्ये वा कदाचिन् नायां भूत्व भवित्व न भूये अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यायमने sharire. The soul is never born, never dies. Once it comes into being, it never ceases to be. Unborn, eternal, abiding, and primeval, it does not perish when the body is slain. Chapter 2, verse 20 from Bhagavad Gita. आत्मा किसी काल में भी न जन्मता है और न मरता है, न यह एक बार होकर फिर अभाव स्वरूप होने वाला है। आत्मा अजन्मा, नित्य, शाश्वत और पुरातन है। शरीर के नाश होने पर भी इसका नाश नहीं होता। Chapter 2, verse 22 again from Bhagavad Gita. वसांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णा न्याय नयानि संयति नवानि देहि। जैसे मनुष्य जीर्ण वस्त्रों को त्याग कर दूसरे नए वस्त्रों को धारण करता है, वैसे ही देही जीवात्मा पुराने शरीरों को त्याग कर दूसरे नए शरीरों को प्राप्त होता है। As a man casts off worn out garments and puts on others that are new, so does the soul cast off its worn out bodies and enter into others that are new. Both these verses from Bhagavad Gita focuses and explains that a body without soul is just like any other non-living thing. The soul is the one reason that gives life to the body, existence to the body. The activeness it needs is just because of the soul the body holds within. Once the soul departs, the body is left lifeless and perishes. Class, you must be wondering, are you listening to the wrong video? No, this is just an example which I took, which will help us to learn not only about one of our scriptures, but also it is helpful to the topic that we are going to learn today. How? Just pay attention. Consider the body, the human body which I'm talking about, as this particular organization or company. Just like the body, this is also a structured unit with well-defined objectives and relationship. It's a non-living setup, and the liveliness, the activeness, its existence comes only through the soul. So class, can you tell me what could be the soul of this lifeless non-living body? Exactly. The soul of this particular structure, this dhacha, is none other than its people. An organization is formed and managed by the persons who are considered as the soul, without which it is a helpless, non-living organization. The persons associated with an organization are called as members. As you must have heard the saying, a country is known by its people. Similarly, it can be rightly said that organization is by the members, of the members, and for the members. So class, a very good morning to all of you, and I hope you'll have followed what are we going to study today. So we are going to start with our secretarial practice, chapter 5, members of a company. So let's begin with the introduction part. So we are starting with the topic, meaning of member. The member means a person whose name is entered in the register of members of a company and also includes the holder of equity shares whose name is entered as beneficial owner in the records of the depository. So everybody is clear with the first line? A member can be anyone whose name is entered in the register of members. As you take admission in the college and once you get confirmed, your admission is confirmed, you pay the fees, your name automatically appears in the register of the particular division you are allotted to. So in the same way, in order to become the member, you must be buying the shares of the company, right? So automatically when you buy the shares of the company, your name is entered in the register of members. Other line tells it includes holder of equity shares, as I told you, whose name is entered as beneficial owner in the records of depository. Now this is something new and I'm trying to explain you in short what it is all about. Or rather, I would call somebody who is very good in explaining that concept. So you know who will come to explain you that topic, beneficial owner in the records of depository. So don't worry about that. In the next slide, somebody will come to explain you. I hope you have guessed who is he. In order to become a member of a company, two prerequisites are required. So you must fulfill two basic conditions when you are becoming the member of a company. Number one, the agreement in writing to take the shares of the company. And second, the registration of the person so agreeing in register of members of the company. So first you're giving an application in writing that you're buying the shares of the company. And secondly, your name appears in the register of members of the company once you have purchased the shares. So the member, please take over to explain the concept coming henceforth. थैंक यू सो मच मैडम. हेलो बच्चे लोग, कैसे हो तुम लोग? वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग. आई होप तुम सब अच्छे से पढ़ रहे हो और साथ में मैडम के वीडियोस भी सुन रहे हो. नहीं तो जल्दी से सब्सक्राइब करो, मैडम बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन करती है. और अगर तुम्हें टॉपिक क्लियर होना है पूरा तो प्लीज मैडम के वीडियोस सुनते रहना. तो बच्चे लोग, मैडम ने अभी तुमको एक डायलॉग बोला कि इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स है जिनके नाम रजिस्टर ऑफ मेंबर्स में है, जो डिपॉजिटरी के पास है. अब ये सब टर्म्स क्या है, मैं शॉर्ट में तुमको फट से समझा देता हूँ, जरा ध्यान देना. यहाँ पे कुछ चीजें तुम्हारे स्क्रीन पे आ रही होंगी, उनको आने दो, तुम खाली देखते जाओ और समझते जाओ, क्योंकि मीनिंग तुमको समझेगा नहीं. इसके लिए मेरे को मैडम ने बुलाया है. ये अपना दोस्त है, मेरा भी अच्छा खासा दोस्त है और मेरा कंपनी में इन्वेस्टर भी है. इसने मेरे कंपनी के शेयर्स खरीदे हैं. और जिम्बो भाई क्या हालचाल? बस बढ़िया. ओके. सो बच्चे लोग, आज तुमको पता है ये मेरी कंपनी है, बीबीज कंपनी लिमिटेड. अब देखो भाई, मेरी कंपनी कोई छोटी मोटी कंपनी तो है नहीं. मेरे कंपनी में बहुत सारे शेयर होल्डर्स इन्वेस्ट करते हैं. अब हर एक शेयर होल्डर का डिटेल अगर मैं लिखने बैठूंगा तो मैं मेरे दूसरे एक्टिविटीज पे कैसे ध्यान दूंगा, जबकि मैं ओनर हूं कंपनी का. मुझे सब जगह ध्यान रखना पड़ता है. तो बच्चे लोग, मेरे कंपनी में बहुत सारे शेयर होल्डर्स होते हैं और हर एक शेयर होल्डर का नाम याद रखना, उनका डिटेल्स नोट करना मेरे लिए बहुत मुश्किल है. तो इसीलिए मैंने एक डिपॉजिटरी को अपॉइंट किया है, जो कि रजिस्टर्ड ओनर है या कस्टोडियन होता है, जो एक रजिस्टर मेंटेन करता है जिसमें मेरे सारे कंपनीज के जितने भी शेयर होल्डर्स हैं उन सब के नाम, डिटेल, नंबर, A to Z इंफॉर्मेशन इस बंदे के पास होती है. इसका एक ही काम है जो मैंने इसको दिया है कि जो भी मेरे कंपनी का शेयर्स खरीदता है उसका पूरा डिटेल्स, पूरा चिट्ठा तेरे को तेरे बुक में मेंटेन करके रखना है. इसके लिए ये खाली नाम का ओनर है, रजिस्टर्ड ओनर या कस्टोडियन. इसके पास असल में कोई शेयर्स नहीं है, कोई पैसा नहीं है. इसका काम खाली ये है कि जो लोग मेरे कंपनी के शेयर्स वगैरह खरीदेंगे उनका नाम मास्टर में दिखना चाहिए. आया समझ में? अब ये काम हर कोई नहीं कर सकता है, तो इसके लिए स्पेशली 2 इंस्टीट्यूट बनाई गई है जिनको डिपॉजिटरी के नाम पे दिया गया है, नाम के अंडर. तो एक है NSDL और एक है CDSL. अभी के लिए खाली तुम लोग इनका नाम याद रखो, एक्स्ट्रा इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए गूगल पे जाके देख लेना कि इनका काम क्या होता है. अब डिपॉजिटरी मान लो एक सेलिब्रिटी है, अमिताभ बच्चन जैसा, ठीक है ना. अब हर कोई शेयर होल्डर आके इसको तंग करते रहेगा कि मैंने बीबी कंपनी के शेयर लिए, प्लीज मेरा नाम डालो. तुम ऐसे डायरेक्टली इनके पास नहीं जा सकते हो. जैसे अमिताभ बच्चन के बंगले के बाहर खड़े हर रोज जाके उनके घर में नॉक नहीं कर सकते और घुस नहीं सकते हो, बराबर है, अनटिल एंड अनलेस आपने अपॉइंटमेंट ली हो या वो आपको जानते हो। तो सिमिलरली ये डिपॉजिटरी में भी हर कोई आराम से आ जा नहीं सकता है। तो अगर इनको इंफॉर्मेशन पहुंचानी है तो इन्होंने अपने अंडर एक असिस्टेंट रखा होता है, उस असिस्टेंट का नाम है डीपी, डिपॉजिटरी पार्टिसिपेंट। ये एक ऐसा कंपनी है या इंस्टीट्यूट है जो हम जैसे लोग इन्वेस्टर्स जिनको बोलते हैं, जैसे अपने जिम्बो भाई या तुम सब भी अगर आगे चल के सोच रहे हो कि भाई शेयर्स खरीदना है और आजकल तुम्हें पता है कि सब ऑनलाइन हो गया है, तो तुम्हें दलाल स्ट्रीट बॉम्बे तक जाने का जरूरत नहीं है ना। स्कैम वगैरह देखा है कि नहीं सोनी लिव पे? नहीं तो देखो, पता चलेगा शेयर मार्केट में कैसा ट्रेडिंग होता है। तो एनीवेज आते इस टॉपिक पे। तो जिम्बो भाई अपने इन्वेस्टर है, तो आजकल आपको एक डीमैट अकाउंट खुलवाना पड़ता है अगर आपको शेयर्स में ट्रेडिंग करना है तो ये डीमैट अकाउंट खुलवाने का पूरा प्रोसीजर, पूरा तामझाम अगर आपको चाहिए तो आप इस बंदे को अप्रोच कर सकते हो। जैसे अगर इंडिया में मैं डीपी की बात करूं तो जीरोधा कंपनी सबसे बेस्ट है, या आपने शेर खान का नाम सुना होगा, एंजल ब्रोकिंग का नाम सुना होगा, मतलब ये सारे ब्रोकर्स होते हैं, एजेंट होते हैं जिसके पास आप जा सकते हो और जो आपको शेयर्स खरीदने में बेचने में मदद करेंगे। तो इनके पास आपको आपका एक डीमैट अकाउंट खुलवाना होता है। ये बंदे के पास आपके नाम, डिटेल्स, डॉक्यूमेंट्स पूरा आप सबमिट करोगे जैसे आप किसी बैंक में जाते हो और खाता खुलवाते हो। प्रोसीजर इज द सेम समवॉट। और ये डीपी फिर आपकी इंफॉर्मेशन इस डिपॉजिटरी को देगा कि भाई ये कंपनी के शेयर, जैसे बीबी कंपनी के शेयर जिम्बो भाई ने खरीदे हैं। तो इस तरीके से इंफॉर्मेशन डीपी से डिपॉजिटरी के पास जाती है जिसको कंपनी ने अपॉइंट किया है और जिसको बोला जाता है रजिस्टर्ड ओनर या कस्टोडियन। और फिर ये डिपॉजिटरी बीबी भाई को इंफॉर्मेशन देती रहेगी कि भाई आपके कंपनी में इतने इतने शेयर होल्डर्स है, ये बंदे ने इतना होल्डिंग्स किया है, ऐसा वैसा पूरा रामायण। तो इन शॉर्ट मेरी कंपनी क्या हो गई है, इशुअर कंपनी बोलते हैं। और ये जो इन्वेस्टर है जिसने असल में मेरे कंपनी के शेयर खरीदे हैं उसको अपन क्या बोलते हैं, बेनिफिशियल ओनर। तो अभी आप लोगों समझाओ मैडम का मीनिंग जो उन्होंने समझाया था कि जिम्बो भाई इक्विटी शेयर्स खरीदते हैं जो मेरा बेनिफिशियल ओनर है कंपनी का, और उसका नाम डीपी किसको देगा, डिपॉजिटरी को, जो एक रजिस्टर मेंटेन करता है जिसमें जिम्बो का नाम आया, मतलब वो क्या बन गया, मेरे कंपनी का मेंबर या शेयर होल्डर। शेयर्स खरीदे ना तो वो शेयर होल्डर बन गया। समझा या नहीं बेड़ू लोग? Over to you, madam. Please continue. Thank you so much, Mr. Boss Baby, for explaining such beautifully the concept of depository and beneficial owner to the students. So students, this is the extra information which is given in your text. Now it will be easy for you all to understand what this means. So register of member means the register which enlists all its members and their details in a prescribed format. Depository is an institution where securities are held in electronic, that is online, dematerialized form. And why it is called as dematerialized? For that you open a demat account. And this is possible only through two types of depositories, that is NSDL, National Securities Depository Limited, and CDSL, Central Depository Services Limited. Beneficial owner, as Mr. Boss Baby explained, Jimbo Bhai. He was the main owner who has purchased the shares of the company. So he is the investor who owns the securities in electronic form and has interests in the securities. So I hope you all are clear with the meaning of members class. All right. The next topic that we are moving forward is member versus shareholder. Now, as Mr. Boss Baby said that Mr. Jimbo had purchased the shares of his company, so he can be called as the shareholder, correct? So buying shares is the most common and easiest way of becoming a member of the company. So many a times, class, the terms members and shareholders are used interchangeably and can mean the same person or purpose. Now, class, I want you all to answer some of the questions. Observe these images. What is this called? A very difficult one, I agree. Correct, it's a sun. All right, class. What about this particular image? Father is playing with his son, correct? My question to y'all is, does both of them mean the same? Sun and sun. If I hadn't showed y'all the image, the pronunciation wise, both are pronounced as sun. But does both of them mean the same? Exactly not, you will say. The same way this boy is nodding his head. By the way, this is the next image which I was gonna show you all. So can you tell me what is this boy trying to say? He's nodding his head in the direction. Do you know? So he's telling no, and I'm asking you all, did you know? Again, the same pronunciation, but spelling difference and meaning also difference, right? So are these both same again? Definitely not. So class, what I'm trying to tell you is, zaruri nahi that member and shareholder, in spite many a times they are used interchangeably, but sometimes a member does not necessarily be a shareholder of the company, or for that matter, a shareholder does not necessarily be a member of the company. So भले दोनों terms interchangeably use होते हैं, but it is not compulsory that every time both of them are one and the same. So class, we are going to start with the topic member versus shareholder. Under certain conditions, member doesn't mean shareholder, and shareholder does not necessarily mean member of the company. So the first condition that we are going to start is member without being a shareholder. He is the member of the company, but not a shareholder. Condition number 1, signatories to MOA, Memorandum of Association. Now, signatories means when the company is in its registration phase, incorporation phase, the members prepare important documents, MOA and AOA. They become the members of the company, but still the company is not incorporated and existence में आई नहीं है. So they are not the shareholders, still shares are allotted to them. They have just signed on the document and they are signatories to the memorandum of association, पर अभी तक वो लोग members नहीं बने हैं because shares are not allotted to them. The company limited by guarantee amount. So class, if you remember when I was explaining your types of company limited by guarantee does not have a share capital. Okay, so if there is no share capital means there is no purchasing of shares, right? If there is no purchasing of shares, how can the members be called as shareholders? So they are only the members and not shareholders. All right. So I am clear with the two conditions. Okay. Moving forward with the third one, members without being a shareholder. Membership by acquaintance or estoppel. If any person misrepresents himself as a member, shall be stopped from refuting his position subsequently and is held liable as a member even though he is not a shareholder. A person who knowingly permits entering his name in register of members. Acquiescence means to permit, agree to allow, accept or give approval for. So any person who is misrepresenting, मतलब अपने position का गलत फायदा उठा रहा है as a member, so he will be stopped as using his position, even though he is not a shareholder, लेकिन member है company का, and he is taking undue advantage of it, misrepresent कर रहा है, कोई fraud कर रहा है. So at that time he will be considered as member even though उसने company के shares नहीं खरीदे हैं and he is not considered as a shareholder of the company. So acquiescence means to permit, giving permission, allowing, accepting, or giving approval for. Coming to the fourth one, transfer of share. Now when I say transfer means ownership transfer कर रहे हो. For example, in the beginning you are the owner, but after some time or due to some reasons आपने किसी को बेच दिया. So when you sell, आप ownership transfer कर देते हो ना, भले वो चीज आपकी हो, but when you sell it completely, the ownership transfers from you to the buyer. तो ट्रांसफर का मतलब होता है the transferor or seller continues to be the member of the company till his name is removed from the register of members and replaced with the name of transferee. So transaction अभी हुआ है, but all this is a legal process. So जब तक उसका नाम register of members में है, even though he has sold his shares to the new buyer, until and unless his name is there in the register, he will be the member of the company, भले वो shareholder ना रहा हो अब. Okay, so getting the point. So जब तक register से नाम कट नहीं होता, in the paper theoretically he is the member of the company. On death of a member by succession or transmission of shares, shares of a deceased member are held by his legal heir or representative. The deceased person ceases to be the shareholder but continues to be a member till transmission is effective. Transmission is the process wherein the shares of deceased are registered in the name of his legal heir. In transfer, you are selling it to some other person. आप बेच दे रहे हो. Transmission means automatically if you are dead, आपके लीगल वारिस, लीगल हेयर मींस वारिस को आपके शेयर्स ट्रांसमिट हो जाएंगे, मतलब दे दिए जाएंगे. So that is what they are trying to tell. In case the person who was the shareholder, जिसके पास शेयर्स थे, अगर वो मर गया, until the transmission takes place, now legally उसके वारिस के पास चला गया, but that has to be taken place in written. तो जब तक नहीं होता, even the person is no more, he is still the member of the company till the transmission is effective. And transmission is nothing but until and unless वो deceased बंदे के नाम के बाद उसका वारिस का नाम जब तक legally नहीं आया जाता या registered नहीं होता, till then the person, even if he is dead, he'll be the member of the company, not the shareholder. On insolvency of a member. Now class, I hope you all are going through your accounts lecture as well. So Miss must have taught you all insolvent ka meaning. Insolvent means no money, bankrupt, kangalpati. So shares of an insolvent member are held by the court appointed official receiver or assignee. So the insolvent person continues to be the member, but he is not the shareholder. Even though the person had promised that he will buy all the shares, but he doesn't have any money left, कंगाल हो चुका है. So even though he is not the shareholder, but previously his name has been entered in the register, so he will continue to become a member until and unless, जब तक कोर्ट के ऑर्डर ना आ जाए, उनका नाम कैंसिल ना हो जाए, all the legal formalities जब तक complete नहीं होती, he will continue to be the member but not the shareholder of the company. So is it clear? So under these cases, persons can be called as the members, but zaruri nahi कि all of them are shareholders of the company. All right. Now moving on to the second condition class, member versus shareholder. अब उल्टा, shareholder without being a member. So now, under what conditions the person can be called as shareholder but not a member? So the transferee, that is buyer of the shares. याद आया when I was explaining your transfer. Transfer में what I told you all, transferor is the seller and transferee is the buyer who is getting. ठीक है? So the buyer of the shares is the shareholder, but अभी तक वो member नहीं बना है. Why? Because seller का नाम अभी तक register में है, इसका नाम आना बाकी है. The official receiver in case of insolvency. Official receiver ना assignee या court. अभी तक उनको शेयर्स हैंड ओवर नहीं किए हैं, भले बंदा बैंकरप्ट हो चुका है, उसके वारिस को द लीगल हेयर इन केस ऑफ डेथ, जो उनका वारिस है उनका उसको मिल गया है, ट्रांसमिट होने वाला है पता है, बट लीगली इट इज नॉट डन ना, ऑन पेपर इट इज नॉट देयर. सो ऑल दीज 3 पीपल हैव बिकम द शेयर होल्डर्स. शेयर्स इनके पास आ चुके हैं, बट लीगली जब तक उनका नाम रजिस्टर में नहीं आता, जब तक सेलर का नाम कैंसिल नहीं होता, they are considered as shareholders but they do not become the members of the company. So are you all clear with the difference? Who can be called as member but not shareholder, and who can be called as the shareholders but not member? So with this class we stop here for today. So before I wind off, फट से quick revision कर लेते हैं. So let's see, and we started first with the topic meaning of members. So members are nothing but the soul of non-living body, that is the company. So the persons who are associated with the organization and responsible for the activities conducted within the company or organization are called as the members. What are the 2 prerequisites for becoming a member? आपको agreement में देना है in writing to take up the shares, and your name should appear in the register of members. Who can be called as member but not shareholder? So there were 6 cases. Signatories है, company limited by guarantee है, member by acquiescence है. The next 3 I have not written. What were those? Transfer of shares, on death, succession, transmission, and insolvency. Shareholders hai but not members. So I told you all in last 3 cases, in transfer of shares, the buyer, on death, the legal heir, waris, and insolvency mein the official receiver. These 3 are the shareholders but not the member of the company yet. They are yet to become the members of the company because उनका नाम अभी तक register of members में नहीं आया है, nor they have taken anything in agreement up till now. So with this class, I stop here for today. I hope this particular video was beneficial to you all. Stay tuned and keep watching for the next topics that will be uploaded soon. So thank you so much class for hearing to me patiently. I stop here for the day.